Hello everyone. So today I want to do something different. Today I felt like just taking the camera and filming something that's coming through very strongly. And this is, right now we're navigating this consciousness shift. A lot of you are really going through the process of coming into 5D consciousness, and really the process is aligning to the soul. This is what this journey is really about. So what I want to talk about today in this video is how the soul is the ultimate security, and that is the security in 5D. Hello everyone, my name is Anastasia and welcome to this channel. So on this channel we cover everything to do with the spiritual process, the ascension process, feminine power, soul purpose, all of that. Everything that I coach on is about the spiritual path, about the soul path, aligning to your soul. If you enjoy content like this, please subscribe to the channel and let's get into today's topic. So what I want to chat about is really just about the fact that the soul is the ultimate security, and that we're releasing all these false things that we thought was the security. Because in 3D, it's a completely different way of living, completely different reality, and we're really shifting out of that structure energetically into 5D embodiment, more of soul alignment. We're releasing attachments to things outside of us. So this is a huge shift that's happening, and it's a huge shift that's happening for a lot of us, a lot of you on this journey. And we have to understand that the security is never out there. The security is within, and that is the soul alignment. That's the God connection that you truly find within yourself. It's not out there. And so we've been taught that everything's outside, everything's out there, and that 3D structure is breaking down, that 3D mechanism is breaking down more and more, because the security, the real security, is within you, finding that source connection, finding that God connection within yourself. And this is really coming back to this true essence of the soul. And so this is what a lot of you are experiencing right now on this process of coming more into your soul alignment, coming more into soul embodiment, and releasing the attachments to everything outside of you, because it's so important on this journey that we release all these attachments and expectations outside of us, because your soul will push you to release that, to release a lot of that, because you need to understand that the security, the ultimate security, is the soul connection. That is the security. Your soul is the higher self that's governing your process, your ascension. And it's really important that we come back to that, knowing that you are protected, you're divinely protected, you're divinely taken care of on this journey. Because ultimately we need to release all these structures to do with the money being the security, the bank account, these false ways that we've attached ourselves to the security out there. It's all breaking down. It's all the fear, because it's coming from a place of fear and not a place of love. Because the frequency of fear is really rooted in the ego, because the ego is wanting to attach. And so we are breaking that down and understanding that our security is really not rooted in all these things outside of us. It's rooted in our connection to our soul, and coming back to that place of understanding that the soul is the ultimate stability, security on your journey. So whatever is happening on your process, whatever is happening in this shift that you're experiencing, understanding that the soul is your ultimate security, and that nothing outside of you is. And that's really important on this journey of ascending your consciousness and releasing the 3D mechanisms, the 3D control mechanisms that are rooted in energy of fear, energy of lack. Because we're coming out of that, and we're really coming into our soul embodiment and soul connection, and really that being the source of our security and stability. So this is something that all of you are moving through at this time, as we're releasing these old mechanisms of the 3D structure, the 3D reality. That's all breaking down, because ultimately that is not the real truth, and we've attached ourselves too much on the external, and that becomes that validation. And so when we're not getting that, we're not getting that validation out there, we're creating fear, and it's causing us to feel that sense of anxiety when we're not feeling validated out here. So the shift that's happening is to bring you back to ultimate security, which is within yourself, which is not out there, which is not in something that you're doing outside, which is the soul. So we are releasing and being asked to release this false sense of safety and security, being out there, being in, you know, whatever we're doing out there, being the job, being the money, being in the bank account, all of that. It's really important that you understand that in 5D consciousness, the soul becomes the security, and you're being asked to come back to that connection and alignment, and that is the security. And this is what we're coming into more and more as we're aligning to higher states of consciousness and doing this shift from the 3D to the 5D consciousness. I send you all so much love. If you have any comments or, you know, whatever you're experiencing, let me know below. Comment if this resonates with you, and I will connect with you in the next video. Bye.